Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, back again. Back again. All right. I know this is unannounced, and this is unannounced, but I'm here. I'm back. After 3-week layoff, I'm back after 3 weeks. And guys, I know they're probably like, 3 weeks? Dude, I got a business to run. Got a corporation to run. Got people to answer to. Even though, not like before, working for others. Even though I still have to maintain something. Until we get to the promised land. And that's why I gave that 15-year per drop. The promised land. Okay, I'm up here mumbling. But I'm going to give people a little bit of time to get in here. Before we start, because I know this is unannounced, so let's see how many people we can get in here, even when we come in here unannounced. And I've been trying to put this baby, my daughter, to sleep for like 4 hours now. She hasn't taken but one nap for about 30 minutes, and that was around 11 a.m., so I have no idea why she's still up. You know why you're still up? Do you know why you're still up? Nah, she doesn't know either. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Tell Instagram, tell everybody that we live, we live, we live, we live. Alright. There's a lot of people. Well, Instagram looking live. What? What? You want to come join the show? Huh? You want to come join? Yes or no? So yes, daddy, or no, daddy. You want to come join? Do you want to come join? You want to be with daddy? Huh? So you're just gonna play with your walker? That's cool with me. Alright. We got Happiness who's coming on. But let's give it a few minutes and see if we can get people in the building. And again, this is unannounced. I know people like, oh, where this guy been at? But I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Let's get some people in the building before we start. So I got things to do, people. I got things to do. I have things to do. And I have a lot of it. I'm happy. I'll tell you why. I'm just going to talk until I get a few people in the building. But this is why I'm happy. Through my 3 weeks off, I filmed my IG Live. I did a lot of meditation and prayer. And one thing I came up is 3 P's. 3 P's. How can I make a P? If that looked like a P, hold up. I don't even know how to make a P. How can I? Forget it. I can't even make a P with my fingers, with my hands. The 3 P's are principle, purpose, profit. And not as a business owner, but one who's running a corporation. 3 P's. Principle, purpose, profit. All have to go in that order. That's what I'm learning about life. Principle, the way you treat people. If you're running something, you're leading something, principle first. The way you treat people. Purpose. Why are you here? What does it benefit you doing the work? She just broke my giraffe. She just broke my giraffe that I got from Bangladesh. She just broke it. My goodness. Oh, my daughter, my daughter. You're lucky I love you, because I would freak out right now. She just broke my giraffe. The horn, what part is that? The horn is laying in pieces. She just broke my giraffe from Bangladesh. The one prized possession I have from there. Oh my goodness. I keep it away from her. She's not even supposed to be in my office. But I brought her here because she won't sleep. She just swiped it, fell down to the ground. You just broke Daddy's giraffe. You just broke Daddy's giraffe. Alright. So, now my prized possession from Bangladesh is broken and ruined. And I got my daughter to thank for that. Alright. As I was saying. Purpose. If what you're doing in life is not for the benefit of others, then your life really doesn't matter. You're living in vanity, in vain. Profit. Everything has to come down to a profit. Because at the end of the day, as much as I don't really care about money, I understand that people don't do the work that they do in order to get nothing in return. So even when it comes to investors in this company, this corporation, I understand that. My way of thinking is different. My way of thinking is legacy. I do what I do for my legacy. The money will come. That's obvious. But I don't care about the money. I care about my legacy. I've had money, I had it not. I had it not. I know what it feels to have much. I know what it feels to have small. So I don't care about that. I care about legacy, the stamp that I'll leave in this world, the mark that I'll leave in this world. And by me living by those principles, it allows my investors to profit because of the way I think about things. And I say that to say that we got some people in the building, so we're going to get started in 1 minute. But I'm going to say something. I say what I say to say this, in order that y'all can also benefit from listening. Where you start is where you start. And there are going to be people at the starting process of what you do in life, but they're not going to be in the end part of it. Meaning that there are people that you will begin this journey of success in this world with, but then they will show you their true colors. And what I couldn't see was the one person who I was dependent on the most as far as his business is concerned was sabotaging it over and over and over again. And it was like God is telling me over and over, hey, I'm letting this person do this to you because they're not supposed to be there, being that you asked me to give you what you desire. You asked me to give you this, and I'm going to give it to you. But I can't move you to the next step unless you move forward and leave this person behind. Because I don't want them on your journey. I don't want them to have a part of your success because they do not belong to me. And this is going to lead into what we're talking about today. Everybody at the beginning of your journey is not supposed to be there at the middle or the end. Because the success that you're going to have, God is moving you through different parts. There are 3 stages. There are the beginning, the middle, which is the up and down, and there's a third, the success. Where you get to that plateau that you've been seeking in life by all your hard work. But a lot of times God is telling us, He doesn't want this person that's been sabotaging you, doing you wrong, not holding up their end of the bargain. I don't want them there with you. Let them go in order that I could give you greater things, greater opportunities. And that's just what happened with me. When I got to a point that I said, you know what? After 2+ years of dealing with this, I can't do no more. And God gave me a new team, new people who can do the things that I desired the previous team to do. And the same way with relationships. We are in this for the long haul, not short term. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. All right. Today's title, we're going to title it, I'm trying to think of the best title in my head. The Dangers of Seeking Success. Being single versus being married. And married doesn't have to mean married at the time, but couples. But you know what I mean. So we're going to talk about it. Because there's something in the news that's going on right now. I haven't even watched the news for almost 3 weeks. Haven't watched YouTube. Haven't watched anything. I'm banned from Twitter. Banned from Facebook. So that's what it is. And it was a good thing. Because it was like God was telling me, hey, I want you to get back on your job. I want you to get back at work. I want you to do great things. And the minute that I was no longer on those platforms, all these opportunities came my way. And I'm running with it. And I'm building great things. And I always say, not by my strength, but by His strength. So what are we talking about today? There's a video that's circulating in social media. I don't know how many platforms. All I know is YouTube. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do is YouTube to monetize from. And I'm on IG still. We'll talk about all that stuff later with me another day. But what's going around is this Camrodian lady who became a mass shooter just overnight. And I'm going to tell you why I say overnight. Not really overnight. In the Atlanta area, Atlanta, Georgia, of the United States of America. My country, but Atlanta is not my city. I actually was supposed to go down to Atlanta this month. Pushed it back to maybe November. Never been there, but I want to see what it's about, even though I'm kind of know what it's about. But there's a Camrodian, and let me know if I'm saying it wrong, Camrodian lady from Africa who became a mass shooter who killed her boss, 2 white men, the boss and the management advisor to the team. Killed them both. I don't know who the third person is. Haven't gone through that yet, but what we're learning right now is she's Black African, became a mass shooter in Atlanta, Georgia, in America. Now we got to figure out why. I'm going to play the news part of it and let you guys listen so we can discuss why this happened. Because I understand why it happened. I fully understand. But are you really going to play that while Daddy doing the show? Huh? Don't look at me like that. All right. So let's listen to the news part, and hopefully, you guys, you can hear this. Come here. All right. Let's let that finish playing.
We have an up-close look at the suspected Midtown shooter's cab ride to the airport.
Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo has security video from the checker cab and also spoke with the driver.
Now, the driver is from Cameroon also. And he picks us up late. He's picked this lady up in Uber or taxi, whatever it is, many a times, multiple times. So he come to know her. But this is what happened.
Rob continues our team coverage live from the checker cab headquarters in West Midtown. Rob, what did the driver tell you?
Well, Courtney, Tom, the taxi driver told me he didn't think too much of it at first. He's given rides to her in the past, and they're both from the same company, well, or country, I should say. But that cab ride turned out to be instrumental in leading up to her arrest.
Actually, when I was going to pick her up, I saw the police and the fire department, and I was able to pick up in front of all these people.
The checker cab driver says he's given Risa Kenye rides before.
Risa
At first, he
Kenye
didn't think anything was off. Security video shows her hopping in and asking him to go to a house in Ainsley Park.
I didn't have no idea. I didn't even suspect anything. Again, because I picked her up before. It was not some random person that I picked up for the first time.
She then told him to take her to the airport. Then he got a phone call from the checker cab dispatch.
I had called every single driver that we had that was in the Atlanta area and asked them if they had a passenger in their car, if it was a female.
Dispatcher Lauren Hewitt says he was the only one in the whole city at that moment who did.
The point of time where
Now, that was amazing. In the whole city of Atlanta, they're saying that after the shooting happened, a witness seen her get in a cab. So they're asking all the cab drivers in the city, by mobile and talkie, communicating, saying that, do you have a woman fitting into this description? And not only did the one guy that I just spoke of call in and say, yes, I have somebody fitting the description, but it was the only lady in the cab at the time in the whole city, which is befuddling to me. I don't know if I believe that or not.
Called me, and they say, I heard the background, it's not her. The police say it's not her.
Then the dispatcher called back with the police.
So he gave the description to the police over his walkie or phone, and the police said, that's not her, that's not her.
On the other line, the driver then asked the suspect,
Do you have any problem with anyone? I said, listen, all the phone call I'm receiving is about you. Do you have any?
So the taxi driver, the Camrodian guy, is asking, do you have any problem with anybody? She's like, no, I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with anybody. You're safe, you're okay. He's like, okay.
Do you have a problem with somebody? Did you do anything? And then she told me no. She said, you're safe, don't worry, you're safe.
The cab, which has a GPS tracker in it, is how we believe police found her. The video shows her pay and climb out of the cab at the terminal, where police later catch up with her.
Okay, so the police caught up with her eventually when she got out at the airport. So evidently she was looking to flee the country. Now let me give you the backstory. Many of you guys might already heard it. Basically, she worked for a company that she was accusing the company of fraud, of committing fraud. And there's somebody called Pink Book Lessons I'm going to go to. But she was saying that these guys was committing fraud, and she was what you call a whistleblower. And her cries were not being heard by anybody. And she even accused the perpetrators that broke into her apartment to be her boss, or, be hired by her boss to break into her condo to steal evidence, because apparently she's filed several cases in litigation court against them to show that they were committing fraud. And there's a lot to unpack in this. There's a whole lot to unpack in this. I actually researched it more than what I'm letting you guys listen to. But I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys could go and view more take a deep dive into what's really going on. And actually, in actuality, one of the links, she's in court. She appeared in court 2 days ago. And the judge didn't want her to talk. She didn't want the public defender to represent her. Now, this woman, she just was promoted recently, I believe in September of 2021, with a 12% raise. She was making six figures, which means she was around the $115,000 to $200,000 a year mark. So she was making pretty good money. And with making that money, she felt that what was going on in the company, I'm going to give you the name of that company soon, but what was going on in the company wasn't right, and she wanted to make it right. And she was on this quest to unfold everything. Now, this is the thing. After that promotion in September of 21, she later quit a few months later in November of 21. And she actually began opening her own company, running her own company. But this is the thing that I understand. With all that she's done, when she was arrested, she had nothing but less than $3,000 in her bank account to her name, meaning she couldn't even afford an attorney. She couldn't afford an attorney. Crazy. What am I getting to? What am I getting to? What I'm getting to is this, the subject that we're talking about today. Building with each other versus building alone. You see, I found this out myself. And let me just message the wife. I'll send her a text message that I'll be there at 8 o'clock, but she's still calling. Interrupting the show. Anyway, building with each other. If she had done that and not put all of what she was doing on her shoulders, she would have had someone to depend on for more strength, to lessen the stress. But she didn't. She went into this all herself. She became what a lot of women want to become, a successful black woman. But not just black, women all over the world. All right. I'm going to have to take this and I'm going to be right back. We're going to have to pick this up in about 30 minutes. So hopefully you guys be back. In about 30 minutes, let's pick this up.